We start. Thank you very much for coming to Monday night, special Monday night, discovering the secret of the Megilat. Megilat Ester. Megilat Ester meaning revealed the hidden part. Today we're going to give maybe 3 explanations of this Megilah. But first of all, I will say it once again, our דברי תורה is going to be לעילוי נשמת האיש הכשר והישר שנפטר בשבת מן העולם, מולד דניאל בן רבקה וזלמן בן ישועה, רוח השם תרחם בגן עדן, תהיה נשמתם צרורה בצרור החיים. מוריי ורבותיי, we're getting into a momentum in life, the greatest momentum. You know, just a side point, but it's not side. Dr. Daniel just mentioned to me, my grandfather and his father was that stories. And I just came back from Mama Russia 1 week ago, and I was in the most dangerous and frightening place in the world history. I was there saying Kriyat Shema, praying, doing shiurim, and the worst place and the most scary place. You know which place in Russia is the most scary place in the world? This building have 30 floor under. They said that this building watching the whole entire world. Which place is the most scary place? A Jew was afraid to go 3 streets from that building. The building of the KGB. The KGB building. I was in the hotel next door. From one windows I had the view of the KGB. From the other windows I had the view of the Kremlin, yelling, Stalin and all his friends. And we are there screaming, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Shema Israel. And I believe that this is the story of Purim. The story of Purim is, and the story of every holidays, that it was always one guy that tried to kill all of us. It was always this anti-Shemi, a person that hate Hitler, Yimach Shemo, and Haman, and all this Amalek. But we are here and we are alive. We have such a beautiful Shiur Torah. And in Moscow, we had such a great Shabbaton. 150 people came to spend time in Moscow to scream. Dr. Daniel just mentioned that his grandfather and his great-grandfather, they used to be in charge to do the Brit Milah in the basement. They used to make the Shechita in the basement. They risked their life in order that Jews will have kosher food to eat, and in order that Jews will have a Brit Milah to be connected. Just for that we are lucky to do this event, this special shiur here at the BJCC at Minyan third floor, the place to be. Moreover, Rabbi, we're getting into momentum. Yitzchak, we're getting into which momentum? Mordechai, we start with the 60 days. We move into 30 days. And then we're moving into 1 day. And I will explain. 60 days of happiness. This month of Adar, this year, we have 60 days. Not 30 days, because we had Adar Aleph and Adar Bet. And if you remember a few weeks ago when I told you that if you're going to be happy in these 60 days, every obstacle in your life will go. You know why? Because we have halakha. The halakha said, Batel b'shishim. You know what you mean, Batel b'shishim? If you have a little milk that fell down to meat, if you can close the air conditioner. No, if you can close it. If you have, the halakha said, if you have a little milk that fell down in a meat, or a little meat that fell down in a meat, how much you need against in order to cancel it, to nullify it? 60. Come the Lubavitcher Rebbe and writes, we have 60 days of happiness. If a person will be happy for these 60 days, the whole year, the whole obstacle of the years will be batel b'shishim, nullified by 60. But a person will tell me, Rabbi, it's amazing, but I didn't come here to the shiur 2 months ago. I didn't even come 1 month ago. This is some of us, and the thousands of people that listen didn't hear it 2 months ago. So what are they going to do? So we have the next steps, the 30 days. This month, Adar Bet, is a unique month. You know, Dr. Albert, why this month is unique? Because in the zodiac systems, they have only 12 zodiacs. It's not 13s. Do you know that? This month is number what? Number 13. We have 13 months. Meaning this month is above the Mazal. The whole year, we depend on Mazal. You came in Scorpion, I came in Leo, Shmio, all this nonsense. But, you know, we depends on Mazal. If I'm going to be rich, if I'm not going to be rich, if I'm going to be successful, if I'm going to get married. But they have 1 month every 100 days. Once in 100 days, meaning not 100, 1,000 days. In 3 years, we have Shana Me'uberet. Every 3 years, once in the 3 years, we have 1 year that they have 13 leap years, 13 months. This month is a lucky month to change anything you want in life. You know why? Because we are above Mazal. Is no zodiacs, is no Mazal. Even if a person Mazal, God forbid, is not to get married. Even if a person Mazal is not to have children. Even if a person Mazal is, to be poor. Even if a person Mazal is, God forbid, to be sick. This month, the month of Adar Bet, the second month of Adar, Michael is a month that a person can change everything in his life. The word of the Bnei Yisachar. But a person will tell me, Rabbi, we are almost, almost in the middle. Give me something short. Month is too long. So I will give you 24 hours. 24 hours that in heaven, Achashverosh, Vayomer HaMelech, Arizal write, every time the Megilat Ester write the word Melech, king, coin with no mentioning the word Achashverosh, only king, we refer to who? To Malko Shel Olam. Vayomer HaMelech leEster, God is coming to every Jew and said, Ma she'elatech o ma bakashatech vayinaten lach. What you ask and what you desire, I will give you anything you want. 24 hours crunch time. We start with 60 days, we move into 30 days, and then 24 hours. That if you can hold the book of Tehillim, if you can hold the book of Tehillim, if you can study Torah in that days, if you can wake up to Netz Minyan Dafka, we will have Netz Minyan also. We have here in Netz Minyan, I believe 6:20 we're going to start, 6:50, 6:55 we have to be in Shemona Esrei. We will have, I will tell you exactly the times, Netz Minyan. But this time, in a year, Ma she'elatech o ma bakashatech, what do you want? Anything you want, the gate of heaven is open. And this 24 hours. And what is the secret of everything? I mean, many people did it. Many people took Tehillim books. Many people we are a lack of happiness. When we're missing happiness, we're missing the tavlin, the spices that make everything happen. You know, when a person happy in nature, he's walking better, his mazal is better, everything is better when you're happy. When you're sad, your life is sad. You stop all the blessing to come. What do you need? You need to be happy. And you're going to tell me, but Rabbi, how can I be happy? How can I overcome my foot, my mind? He was once a student. If I remember, maybe he came to the Jose Melublin. He said, Rabbi, Houston, we have a problem. I have machshavot zarot. I have bad thought. Every time I'm praying, I have negative thought. All my life, all my days, I have negative. I cannot be happy. How can I control my mind? The Rabbi told him, listen, go to my student. He live 1 month away. Go there and ask him the questions. He went in to another righteous man. He was knocking the door. After 1 month, he's coming in. He was freezing. He came at 12 o'clock at night, knocking the door, knocking. Nobody opened. 2 o'clock, he's freezing. He's jumping in, he's moving. No, they're not to be fools. Nobody opened. 5 o'clock. 5 hours outside. Freezing. The Rabbi opened the door. And this Jewish guy looked at him, he doesn't know what to say. He took him in. He made him a little, diffuse. He put him a little fire and he asked him, Rabbi, why you didn't open the doors? I thought that nobody here at home. I was knocking, screaming, shouting. I almost broke the doors. Why, if you're here, you didn't open? Listen to the answer of the rabbis. The rabbis told them, just want to teach you that you're always in charge to who you want to open the doors. Your mind is your house. And it's your job to open the door to Bedford or not to open the doors. It's your job to open the door for negativity or not to open the doors. You're always in control who you want to let in. Which person you want to walk into your house and which one is not. What a beautiful answer. Tonight I will reveal you the secret of happiness. How exactly a person can achieve the greatest moment in life. And you know why happiness is so important? Do you remember the story of the Megilat? Megilat Ester? Dr. Daniel, how many days it took Esther to finish the story with Haman? When she invited Haman and Achashverosh in the first night, what did she say after the meal? Come tomorrow. Everybody is bothered. Why that you need to come tomorrow? Why not to finish it today? Who said that tomorrow you're going to be able? Who said that maybe tomorrow the king will change his mind? Right now, Achashverosh is here, and he said, Esther, whatever you want, ask me. So why Esther put all of us at risk? She put the whole nation at risk. You know what it means to wait another day? Another day for a decision to kill all of us in one day? Esther, what, you playing with us? באמת, the Gemara Masechet Megilat said, one of the reasons that she did it, in order to tell the Jews, don't have a faith on me. Have a faith in God. Meaning, sometime a matchmaker, a shatchan, sometime a rabbis, sometime a doctors, have to teach the patient, don't rely on me. I'm only a messenger. Rely on the Almighty God. Esther saw that the whole Jewish nation was having a faith, we have a sisterhood. The son-in-law of the president is a Jew, he will help us. All this nonsense is beautiful, but we forget that the only one that can help us. This is one explanation. But tonight I'm going to give you another one. You know what's the second explanation? The first night, Haman came happy. He was smiling. He came into the event. Wow, Esther didn't choose only me. When Esther saw him happy, she said, you will never be able to win against happy human being. This is not the time. If I'm going to offer it, I will lose. Even Amalek. If Amalek is happy, the power of happiness is to take the worst person to become successful. When you're happy, nobody can go against you. In a solid proof from our Megilat Esther. She said she saw him happy. What did the Pasuk said when he came in the last night? The second night? Menachem, what the Pasuk said? Shaman Bama Avel v'chafui rosh. Do you remember the second night when he came? When his own daughter threw leftover on him? When he was carrying Mordechai and screaming, Kacha yaseh? He came low life. He came depressed. He came sad. Esther said, now is the time. Now is the time. To win against a human being that is happy. You see the power of happiness? Even Haman HaRasha, Yimach Shemo V'Shem Zichro, when he is happy, nobody can go against him. So how do you achieve happiness? I believe Haman HaRasha is teaching us 3 simple ways how to achieve happiness. The first one is, the Gemara said, Haman min Torah minayin. Where exactly you find Haman? What is the source of Haman HaRasha from the Torah? What did the Pasuk said? Hamin ha'etz. You remember when God told Adam HaRishon that you eat from the tree that I told you not to eat? Tzvi, how do you say the tree in Hebrew? Etz. And what did God told them? Hamin ha'etz. How do you write the word Hamin? Hey, mem, nun. How do you write the word Haman? Hey, mem, nun. Haman, Amin. Meaning, they have a certain connection between Adam HaRishon to Haman. What's the connections? The first connection is very simple and obvious. איזהו עשיר, השמח בחלקו. Adam HaRishon had a little issue. And chas v'shalom, I'm not here to judge Adam HaRishon. Haman HaRasha, Mak Shemo, I can speak all night long. Adam HaRishon was righteous, but God put him in a challenge that all of us have on a daily basis. We have everything that we need in life. We have a beautiful home, we have a beautiful car, we have a beautiful watch, we have a beautiful wife and children, we have a beautiful husband. Everything is amazing. And for some reason, none of us is happy. Why? Because, Rabbi, this person have a better watch. This person have his house. My house is only 3 bedrooms. His house, 17 bedroom keminyan tov, 18 keminyan chai, 26 keminyan yud kevav ke. Rabbi, why bad things happen to good people? His car is a brand new car. What's the problem with your car? What's the problem with your life? Haman HaRasha, the whole world bending over to you. The whole world. Everybody is bending over. Everybody claimed that you are the king of the world. You are the richest human being in the world. You know how we know that he was the richest? He came to bribe Achashverosh. I mean, who exactly can come to bribe a king of 127 countries? Only a person that have more money from the king. Haman HaRasha had more money from the king himself. He was a multi-billionaire. Everything that you have. I don't know if once I share with you. Shell gas station. Mr. John Gotti. John Gotti, not the mafionaire. The owner of Shell gas. I know all of you is going, right away I can hear the guns. Balagan, Rabbi, you know too much. No, not the mafia guys. I'm talking about Mr. Gotti, the owner of Shell gas station. When he was old, maybe 80, 88, he had the interview. And CNN, they have an interview with him. This woman is asking him, 60 minutes, I don't know how you call it, this man, 60 minutes. They ask him questions. One of the questions that they asked Mr. Gotti, are you a happy man? He said, no. He said, why are you not happy? And that time, Mr. Gotti, before Bill Gates, was the richest human being in the world. He had gas station all over. I went into Mama Russia, on the way, Shell gas station. Even Russia has Shell gas station. All over the world. So she said, why are you not happy? He said, every time I'm going to sleep, I see stars that bother me to sleep. And in my dreams, I see stars. She was thinking, maybe, old people, rich people, sometimes the school get a little loose. He needs a psychology on the house. Urgent care, 24 hours. He needs somebody. She asked him, Mr. Gotti, can I ask you, which star exactly you see? He said, my competition, even though that I have more money, but they have more gas station, because they are franchise. Which one is that? Citgo. What's the symbolize of Citgo? Stars. He said, every time at night, I'm asking myself, how come they have more gas station for me? Are you joking? You are the richest man alive. You have everything that you want. You are old man. Eizeu Ashir. Haman HaRasha, the whole world is bending over. One person, Mordechai. One person, what's the big deal? One person. Continue like you never saw him. No, you cannot. He coming back to his wife. Listen, there's no way. This guy's that, I will kill the whole nation. But he's one person. What's the big deal? Eizeu Ashir. If you're not going to be happy in what you have, you will never be happy. You know where Haman HaRasha took it? From Adam HaRishon. Why? Adam HaRishon also had the same issue. The whole world belonged to you. The whole world. Food, vegetables, animals, anything you want. You're not the richest, you're the only person in the world. Everything is yours. God told you not to eat from one tree. And for 2 hours, Adam HaRishon is going around the tree, making 7. Why? He cannot hold for 2 hours to eat. I mean, by the way, this tree was mutar. If you just wait another 2 hours for Shabbat, he was supposed to do kiddush from these trees. Just wait a little. But he cannot. Haman min Torah minayin. Where do you find such a character that not happy in what they have? Aminites. Amin, Haman, beautiful. This is one explanation. The secret of happiness is what? The first one is to be happy in what you have. To leave this room today and to have appreciation. But how do you get to it? The second details. Haman also had another character that lead a person to be sad. Which character is that? Lack of appreciation. When a person doesn't know how to value themselves, how to value other people that make it, they don't know how to say thank you. The wife cooked, nothing. Only complain. When they have complaint, you can hear. He will never tell his wife the food is good. But if they have a complaint, listen. The guy that teach you how to drive is blind. The one that teach you how to cook have no taste in his mouth. All these things come to my mother, study how to. Why when you taste something good, you don't know how to say thank you? Lack of appreciation is the worst character. Haman Rasha had it. You know why? You know who is Haman Rasha? Who is the grandfather of Haman Rasha? Agag. Who is the grandfather of Mordechai? Shaul HaMelech. Who is the one that saved Agag? Shaul. The reason that Haman Rasha is alive is because the grandfather of Mordechai. And not only that he doesn't say thank you, he wants to kill the person. Lack of appreciation. You know who also had lack of appreciation? Adam HaRishon. Why Adam HaRishon? When God asked Adam HaRishon that you ate from the tree, what Adam HaRishon answered? Aisha asher natata imadi. God is not the wife fault, it's your fault. Who told you to give me a wife? It's like you giving a person a brand new car, he make an accident because he was a careless driver, and he blame you. Why you give me the car? You giving somebody $100,000 to make business, he spend it in Vegas or in Atlantic City, and then he coming against you. Why you give me the money? Why you blaming me? I don't understand. Instead of telling God, thank you for the greatest gift, having a wife, come Adam HaRishon, and what said? God is your fault. Lack of appreciation. How do you achieve happiness? Every morning, wake up and make a list of 5 items that you want to say thank you, that you have in life. 5 items that you have in life and you want to say thank you. The reason that we are Jews and every morning when we wake up, we say Modeh Ani. And after we say Modeh Ani, your mother is Tzipora. This is Tzipora. How much you children have to be appreciated for the fact that you're here until 120. I always see Michael and Dr. Daniel, that they are so happy. Baruch Hashem, may God will give you a long and healthy and happy life. What exactly a person is doing when you wake up? Modeh Ani. And after Modeh Ani, what do we do? Birkot HaShachar. What's Birkot HaShachar? Bless you, God, Zokef Kefufim, Malbish Harumim, that I have clothing, that I have ability to walk. Why do we have almost 18 blessings to say thank you for this? You know why? The first thing is practice. To say thank you for what you have. To appreciate what you have. Have an appreciation and remind yourself that you're the richest person alive. This is a message of happiness. But it's not the only one. They have another message. And that one, come Haman HaRasha and teach all of us. But you can ask me, Rabbi, with all the respect, with a lot of respect, I don't have so much to say thank you. I have a simple life. Simple life, Be'emet. None of us here have a simple life. I was a rabbi in Hong Kong for 2 years, and trust me, we are the richest people alive. One time I stood up in front of, it was maybe 300 people, and I said, gentlemen, I'm rich, very rich. Cash. Everybody look at me, Rabbi Vaknin. Wow, they pay him good, huh? The Bukhari gave me. I said, I came to my wife and I said, Shlomit, you know we're some of the richest people in the world? You know that I'm more rich from 3.5 billion people in this world? Close to 1 billion people in China have less money from what I have. Close to 1 billion people in India have less money from what I have. Close to 1.5 billion Arabs have less money from what I have. So I have more money from 3.5 billion people. Do you realize? So don't complain. Go to China for one day. Visit, not in Hong Kong. Go to Russia in one day. Visit, not in Moscow. Go, I went into the Lubavitch. We drove 13 hours driving, and you see places 1 hour away from Moscow. Until 13 hours later, nothing changed. 300 years, nothing changed. They live with the water wells of water. You don't understand. You're not going to believe. It looks like you're in a different world. In Russia of today. So yes, indeed, we're rich. But if you want to feel really rich, I will tell you. Come, Aman Rasha. Today we're going into the Megilat in the depth ways. The secret that Haman is teaching us. Aman Rasha is asking to hang Mordechai. What is the size of the tree that Haman Rasha tried to hang him? What's that? 50, right? 50 Amma. Did you ever ask yourself why 50? 50 Amma. Amma is, this is Amma. 50 Amma. I don't know how much is in
4 meters. 50
100 feet. Okay, 100 feet. Okay, 100 feet. But the number 50 appear. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh asked, why 50? Why not 48? More. Why not 52? We are Sephardim. Ben is better from 50. Why not 72? Keminyan Ain Bet. 101. Keminyan Michael. Why 50? Why not 26? The name of God. Why 50? Michael, why 50? Listen to the Chidush. You know why 50? 50 have something unique. Haman Rasha want Mordechai. He want to do something that Paro didn't succeed to do. How many gates Paro put all of us? 49 gates. You know that? We left Egypt and hastened fast. Why do we left Egypt fast? Because if we stay over there another days, we fell down to the gate of 50. So in order not to fall, because if you're falling down in this gate, Kaddish Yetum, you are a dead man walking. Nobody can save you anymore. In order to be saved from the gate of 50, God took us out from Egypt. In order to do it fast, beautiful. So Haman Rasha want to take the leaders, the Jewish leaders, the tzaddik, the representative, and to hang him in the gate of 50. But nobody is talking, what's the gate of 50? Did you ever heard anyone that explain? Did you ever heard anyone that explain what's the gate of 50? Which gate we talking? Tonight is your lucky night. Tonight you're going to hear Chidush that you know, most likely you never heard before. And you're going to share it in Purim. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh writes, in a human being life, we have a lot of gates of impurity. Which gate is impurity? All the negativity that we have. Example, jealousy. A person that is jealousy, this is one of the gates. One of the gates that is impure gates, jealousy. Another gate is anger. When a person gets upset all day long, it's a gate of impurity. Another one is laziness. A person that in order to wake him up, you need, 7 watches. 7 watches and still you wake up half an hour later. Some people, they are lazy. Or stinginess. Some people, it's so difficult for them to give charity, they give $5. They need to check their heart if everything is working. Why? They're stingy. Each one of us have some negative gates. This is the 49 gates. So which gate is the gate of 50 that you cannot get? Because if you get to this gate, you will never be saved. And this is where a man wants to put all of us. Come the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh and write, the gate of 50 is the gate of Yeush. Yeush meaning not depression. Depression is also one of the gates. Sadness is also one of the gates. But it's Yeush meaning giving up. Give up. When a person loses hope, when a person gives up, how many times I heard people, Rabbi, I will never get married. That's it. I will never get married. I know myself, I know my mazal, I had a bad mazal. Rabbi, I will never be successful in business. You know how many times I try? I know. My destiny, God forbid, is to be poor. You know how many people I heard like that? No, they are right. With such an attitude, they are a dead man walking. This is where they said, the Kotzker Rebbe right, the evil inclination, a Satan, לא רוצה את העבירה שלך, הוא רוצה את העצבות שבאה אחרי העבירה. The devil doesn't want your sin, he wants the sadness that come after. Because that sadness will kill you forever. What Haman Rasha want to do, he wants us to fall down to this gate. The gate that we almost fell down in Egypt. But God saved us. You know how I know that? Rabbi Nachman Breslev writes. How do you write the word mityaesh in Hebrew? How do you write mityaesh? Mem, Taf, Yud, Aleph, Shin. Break the word, you know what it come into? Ish met. A dead man. A man that losing hope is a dead man walking. I will not share with you so many stories. I don't like to give example from, secular, but I will give you 2 of them that I saw. One of them is Kentucky Fried Chicken. The place is not kosher. The place is not kosher, but the story is very kosher. His life story is very kosher. The place is definitely not kosher. You cannot eat over there under any condition. But the stories, Kentucky Fried Chicken is a person. I believe, if I remember the stories, in the age of 18 he got married. In the age of 16 he dropped out from the school forever. In the age of 18 he got married. 21 he got divorced. At 23 he got married. 27 he got divorced. At 33 he got married. 27 he got divorced. I mean, he had an excitement life. And not only that, he got kicked from maybe 17 different jobs. He was always working underpaid. Hey, at the age of 60, when he finished his pension, when he finished his work, he never make money. The only money that he had, it was maybe $180 in saving from 60 years of working, $180, and pension of maybe a few $100 or $1,000 pension that you barely pay the rent. This is money. One day, the story said, he was working in order to jump. He was thinking to suicide. He was thinking to, losing hope. And then when he was working in the city of Kentucky, he was working on the beach. He decides, you know what? Let's try to do something that I'm good. The only things, last chance. What did he do? He cooked. He came into his wife at that time, and he said, listen, the last $180, I will buy a fryer, and I will do chicken. This is what I know how to do. She told him, listen, you will never be successful. The only customer is going to have is me. He said, listen, I have nothing to lose. Okay, at least I'm going to have one customer, Thank God. She said, yes, but I'm not paying. He's on the house. There's one packet to another packet. He said, don't worry. He went in and he opened it. The rest is history. He died to be one of the richest people in the United States. One of the richest people in the world. He became a multi-billionaire. Listen to this. Rabbi Akiva at the age of 40, that example I love. Rabbi Akiva at the age of 40, that came in to study Torah, at the age of 40, when nobody told them, you will never be successful. He came in not knowing how to read and write. How many times he's trying to teach a person Hebrew? He tried 2 times. Rabbi, I'm too old. The guy is 20 years old. I'm too old. I will never study Hebrew. Rabbi Akiva never said, I'm too old. In the age of 40, he went to study Hebrew, and not only to study Hebrew, to become the biggest rabbi in the world history. That even Moshe Rabbeinu was jealous from his wisdoms. Don't ever lose hope. How that Rabbi Nachman Breslev writes? כשם שידעת שאפשר לקלקל, תדע שאפשר לתקן. The same way that you know how to damage, how to ruin your life, how to ruin your business with decision that was wrong. Remember that you always can fix. No matter which age you are, you always can come back to the market and become the most successful human being. All what you need is hope. This is the holidays of Purim. The holidays of Purim, the gate of 50. We lost 50 gates of impurity, but we got 50 gates of purity, of kedusha, of tahara, of blessing. And the gate of 50 is the gate of Riyah, when you can see the success in your eyes. So this is what Haman Rasha want to do. And you see, and at Purim, we have the chance to get all the blessing of our life. So if we spoke about happiness, how do you achieve happiness? If you remember, first of all, be happy in what you have. Second, remember to have appreciation, to write few items, and every day to say thank you, and to have a karat tov when somebody is doing good to you, especially the Almighty God. This is what we're doing every time we bless Him, before food and after food. When we pray to God, we're not asking, we're blessing, meaning we say thank you to you, Hashem. And last but not least, remember, do not fall to the gate of 50. The gate of 50 is the gate of depression. And you know why not? But sometimes you said, but Rabbi, I'm not righteous. I'm not all of that. I'm not keeping Shabbat. I'm not keeping Kashrut. And which level I'm supposed to be happy? What exactly I'm supposed to bring to the table to be happy? Come, Haman HaRasha, and teach all of us. You see, Haman HaRasha is teaching all of us. You know why he did poor? You know why he did Goral? Goral is roulette. Lottery. You know why he did lottery? He did lottery because he wanted to win us in the same level. You see, in Purim, Moshe Rabbeinu came to the world and Moshe Rabbeinu left the world. When Haman HaRasha saw the days of Purim, he said, wow, we are doing the Shiv'ah, we are doing the 7 days that Moshe Rabbeinu left this world. And so he was happy. But the Gemara said that Haman HaRasha didn't know that in that time Moshe Rabbeinu came to the world. Michael, Moshe Rabbeinu also came in Zayin Badar. What, Haman didn't know it? He knew it. But if I will ask you a question, Yitzchak, which day is more important in our life? The day that we leave the world or the day that we come into the world? Ester, a simple answer is going to be the day? No. This is politician answer. Amazing answer, but politician. No. But which day is better? The way that you came to the world or the way that you leave the world? Beautiful. The logic way is the way that you live. Even the King Solomon said, Tov yom hamavet miyom hivaldo. He's better at the day that you die is much, honestly speaking, in the day that a person dies, we're supposed to be happy. In the day that a person comes, we're supposed to cry. Why? When you have a new baby, you don't know if it's going to be righteous or not, if it's going to be successful, if it's going to have a good life or not. You don't know nothing. When a person left the world, and he left the world happy and healthy, and had a long life, and a satisfied life, and he was righteous, and he made everything. He left the world with the good names. I mean, we're supposed to be happy that he achieved in his life everything that we dreams. So why people happy? This is a strange world. Be'emet. Gentlemen, I will tell you like that, ladies. No. The day that you come into the world is not less important and maybe even more. And you know why? This is what Haman HaRasha didn't know. He didn't know the class that we're giving tonight. What's the class? Very simple. My son, Menachem Mendel, he came to the world, not the most beautiful babies. And I said, understatements. He came, one of the most scary babies that ever came to the world was my son. You had to see my son, wow. I'm going to tell you, it was so scary that me and my wife looked at each other. We didn't know to smile, to cry. The first baby. We're supposed to be happy. What a beautiful baby. We looked at each other and we said, wow, why bad things happen to good people? Why us? Why? Because it got complicated with the umbilical cord. And it was a second that he went out. In order to save him, they had a vacuum delivery. I don't know if you know what's a vacuum. They put like a machine, they take the baby out. When you're taking a baby with vacuum, especially when his head out, you know how the baby look? Like aliens. His head was narrow and straight. His eyes was like fish, 2 eyes here. You don't understand. The eyes was here, 1 eye. His mouth was... I'm telling you, it was a scary moment. Not scary, it was scary 3 days. It takes few days until he's coming back to normal. And every time I'm getting in and I pick up the baby, I said, Borah, I accept anything you give. Gam zo letova, gam zo letova. I'm sitting down and I say, what exactly I'm going to do? I don't know. All my life I have this fish. I was thinking which name to name. My wife said something to do with fish. Look, then the fish business, Morai v'Rabotai, don't share with Mendy these stories. Real story that happened to us. But my question to you is, if they came to me or to my wife with this fish child, and they ask me, listen, in the baby room, they have a blonde, they have a guy with the blue eyes, or smart, or beautiful babies. Do you want to replace him on the house? My answer is going to be yes or no. No, huh? Why not? Because he's my child. A child you love unconditional. A child you will never replace. When Haman Rasha came to give Kitrug, Yeshnu Am, they have a nation that they are far away from Torah mitzvot, that they are numbing, they are sleeping, they have no privilege, that they came to the world, a baby have no privilege. But God came to Haman and told them, yes, but they are still my children. And I love them, even though that the only zechut that they have is that they are my children. A child you love, no matter what. If he's successful in the school, he's amazing. And even if not, you still love the child. If he's beautiful, he's nice. But even not, you're always going to love your child. If he's strong, you love him. And even if not, if he's healthy, a child is your child. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokechem. What Purim revealed to all of us, that God chooses us. Kippurim, you see, Yom Kippur, God chooses us. Why? We fasting, we pray in 24 hours, 25. We become tzaddikim. So it's amazing. Purim, God chooses us only because of one reason. Banim atem l'Hashem Elokechem. You are my children. And this is good enough to prove that I love you. Is nothing greater from the day that you come to the world. You know why? Because after 1 or 2 years, your parents love you because what a cute baby, the way that he's speaking, the way that he's walking. When you come to the world, you have no benefits whatsoever. What exactly you do? Sleeping, eating, and we're not going to get into details. That's what you do all day long. You don't do nothing. So why you love me? I have no benefits. Because you are my child. You know why we have to be happy? Because God loves us unconditional. And this is the night. I will conclude with the last secret of tonight. And I kept it in purpose, because it's very important. We started a little late today, but it's okay. We are a minute before Purim. You know why the day of Purim is important? Not only because of happiness. It's the reason why Haman HaRasha hate Mordechai. Why did Haman HaRasha hate Mordechai so much? What exactly was so... It looked like personal. It was very personal. I will tell you what Arizal writes. My friend, Rabbi, I heard him say it in the name of Arizal, and I really fell in love with the explanation of Arizal. Arizal and his depth always come with this brilliant explanation. He was worthy to come to the world to hear it. You see, you know who is the Gilgul of Haman HaRasha? Esav. Esav is reincarnation. Esav is reincarnation from Haman is reincarnation from Esav, meaning Esav came back to the stories. Esav, his soul came back to the pictures. Not only that, his son after son, he himself is Esav. Mordechai is Yaakov Avinu. So what's the story? Very simple. You see, when Adam HaRasha came to the world, God gave him a 10 blessing. When he made the sin, God caused Adam v'Chava 10 different courses. Because of that, Amotzi Lechem Min Haaretz is 10 different jobs. We're not going to get to it, but God caused them in 10 different kelalot. 10 kelalot. Okay. If this is so, now it was a job to fix the courses and to bring back the blessing. Who succeeded to do it? Avraham Avinu tried to do it, didn't succeed. Yitzchak tried to do it, didn't succeed. You know who succeeded to do it? Yitzchak Avinu. He blessed, Yitzchak Avinu. When he blessed Yaakov Avinu, he blessed him with how many blessings? 10 blessings. That one was the fight between Esav and Yaakov. Who is going to get the 10 blessings? The 10 most important blessings. in our life happen when? Erev Pesach. You remember Tedvav Nisan? Tedvav Nisan is Erev Pesach. And Erev Pesach, when Yitzchak asked Esav, go and make me 2 sheep, 2 korbanot. Why 2? 1 to eat and 1 for Korban Pesach. And that night, when Yaakov Avinu went wear a mask, he wear the clothing of Esav, he stole what? He took away what? The 10 greatest blessings. When Esav came back to the pictures, he was crying and screaming. He said, Abba, Vayitza'ak Esav. He was, Abba, bless me also. He said, I'm sorry, it's too late. I gave all the blessing. Until today, nobody understands why it's too late. Why? You don't have, how many times I bless people? You're going to be rich, you're going to be, give me another blessing. What's the problem? He said, Abracha achat. What, you have only 1 blessing? The father said, no, it's not only 1 blessing. But the only 10 blessings that exist, I gave all of it to Yaakov Avinu. It's Esav didn't give up. He was crying. He had 2.5 tears. 1 tears, the first Bet HaMikdash got destroyed because of it. The second tears, the second Bet HaMikdash. Half a tears. A minute that the last tears came out, Yitzchak said, no. Because then Mashiach will never come. He said, no, I will bless you, don't worry. Only half. All the suffering that we have is because of this half. He said, what's the blessing? He said, listen, the blessing is this one. Ze kam, veze nofel. If Yaakov Avinu is down, you are up. And if you are up, Yaakov is down. The blessing is conditional blessing. I gave it to Yaakov, but now because you're crying and you're begging, I will change the blessing. It's a conditional blessing. Okay. Now, Aman, Esav, Yaakov coming back in history to the same fight. The fight over the blessing. Haman is Esav. Haman is a grandchild of Esav. And also Esav himself. He come to fight. How many days Achashverosh made the party? For how many days? You know how many days? How many? 180. Take from Aleph Tishrei, 180 days is which days? Gimel Nisan. Why Gimel? Why not Aleph? Because 2 months is missing, 1 day. So Gimel Nisan, right? And then the Pasuk said Yamim Rabim. Yamim is 2, Rabim is 3. 2 plus 3 is how much? 5. 5 plus Gimel Nisan is how much? 8. The 8 days of Nisan. And then Achashverosh add another 7 days, right? Only for Shushan. 7 plus 8 is what? In which days Achashverosh made the party? And the 15 days of Nisan. It's not a coincidence. That day was being paid by Haman HaRasha himself. Why? He knew that if the Jews will eat and they're going to enjoy the sin, he's taking back the blessing. And this moment that he took back the blessing, and one night he became rich, wealthy, successful, all the blessing happened instant. Why? Because all what you need is to take the blessing. Now, 1 year later, come Ester HaMalka and asking Achashverosh to come. She came to Achashverosh in Yud Gimel Nisan. She said, please, King, I want you to come tomorrow to my event. The king came with Haman, but she wanted to confuse Haman. She didn't want to do it in Pesach right away. She was afraid that Haman is going to... So she made it the first night, you dalit. And then what she told them? Come tomorrow. Why come tomorrow? Because tomorrow is the only time to take the blessing back. You hear that? They came tomorrow. And what exactly Achashverosh said? He said, we have rules. What's the rules? When this guy fall down, the other one is up. Achashverosh said, Mi hu ze ve'eze hu. Which one of you is going to fall down? Esther or Haman? The one that is going to fall down, I know that the other one will get the blessing. What did the Pasuk said? Ve'Haman nofel al amita. And Haman fell down in front of Esther. When he fell down, Achashverosh understand that who is up? The Jewish nation. He went back to be with the Jews. Not because he loves us, Because he wanted to be with the winners. And he knew that in that night we can get the 10 most important blessings. And what the Pasuk right away after said? Mordechai went out. How many clothing Mordechai had? 10 different clothing. Why 10 different clothing? Because the 10 blessings. How many people was hanging on the tree except a man? 10 children. Why 10 and not 11, 12 or 70? The 10 blessings. You see, everything come back. Kama Ariz al HaKadosh and right. Once in a year, in the holidays of Purim, we have the ability to get the greatest 10 blessings in our life. The greatest 10 blessings. ויתן לך אלוקים מטל השמיים ושמני הארץ. יעבדוך העמים וישתחוו לך לאומים. All the blessings that we give, we can get in this night. And this is not a simple night, because history repeat. But Rabbi, how do you know that this happened in our generation? Very simple. Listen to this. You know how you know that we have it? They have a special request from Ester that she asked Achashverosh. After Achashverosh killed the 10 children, come Esther and ask, please, if I can do the same, and if you can kill the 10 children of Haman. I don't understand, but I already killed them. How can Esther ask once again to kill them? Gentlemen, let's go back. 1946, October 16. In 1946, October 16, was the Nuremberg trials. And the Nuremberg trials happened to be that how many people was hanging? It was not 10, it was actually 11. Number 11, what exactly happened with number 11? Suicide. It was suicide, but he had a woman clothing under his body. You know this, today is very familiar, very famous, but that time it was very strange. When they find them out, they find, how many children Haman had? 10. His daughter was a woman. What exactly she did? Suicide. Beautiful. So let's continue. What is the letter? The small letters and the Megilat. You know that they have 3 small letters and 1 big? Do you know what's the 3 small letters? When they said Aseret Bnei Haman, when they named the 10 children of Haman, they have from nowhere 3 small letters. Which letters? Taf, Shin, Zain. Now, if I will tell you 1946 in the Jewish calendar is 5,707. 5707, right? So, how much is Taf Shin Zain? How much is 5 Taf Shin Zain? How much is that in numerical number? 707. We're still missing how much? 5,000. Where exactly find the 5,000? The big, no? No? If we have 5,707, how many times 707 appear in order to get to 5,707? Let's see if you can figure out. 6 times, beautiful. 6 times, right? 6 times. Because 1 before 1,000 and then 6 times, right? Beautiful. We have in the end of the names of Aseret Bnei Haman, they have a big letter Vav. Vav symbolizes the 6,000. The 6th time that they mention 5,707. Esther HaMalka already asked, please Achashverosh. He doesn't say Achashverosh, he said the Melech. Ima la Melech Tov. If God, the Melech is God, if you had mercy, please kill them once again. And the last one that was hanging was screaming, Purim. How did he was screaming? Purim fast, 1946. Do you see that history repeat? Ladies and gentlemen, let's use these days, the day of Purim, to get the best blessing in our life. A blessing to be happy. Mishenichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. A blessing to remember that we have a lot of things to be happy. But the first thing is that we are the children of God. Even if nothing is good in our life, we're still the children of God. How much more so that we fulfill Torah mitzvot. How much more so that we're coming into the classes? How much more so that we have so much to say thank you? How much more so that we have so much to have appreciation to the Almighty God? And remember that we have 24 hours to ask and to get anything we need. So let's ask for Mashiach. Let's be focused for the need of the Jewish nation. My tefillah and my prayer that all of us will have a blessing bevene chayei umezon revichei, meaning banim zecharim vebanot leavodato yitbarach, that you have many children, children that will give you joys, laughter and happiness, children that you're going to raise letorah chuppah maasim tovim. Chayei meaning life, a good life, a spiritual life, a happy life, a successful life. And mezon revichei is cash, unlimited wealth. והריקותי לכם ברכה עד בלידי. מזל. והריקותי לכם ברכה עד בלידי. And last but not least, we're going to merit to celebrate with Mashiach Tzidkenu. Let's stand up and do the